Hello LinPRimpers, welcome back to another episode of Laraddiji's LinPRIMP. I'm a Nigerian American lifestyle vlogger who loves living a peaceful life, and I love talking about situations we might find ourselves in that need peaceful endings. This is Vlogmas day 15. All right, let's do it. And this video is going to be about a year review question, and the question is, what are your failures in 2022? How did you fail in 2022? I believe I've talked about how I succeeded in one of the previous videos. In one of the previous videos, I'll put the link right up there and you can check how I succeeded in the year 2022. So how did I fail in the year 2022? Because you can't have all successes. I'm sure even successful people have times where they have failed, and how they continue to succeed is by evaluating themselves, see the actions that they took. They look at the consequence of the actions that they've taken, and if it's on the negative side, then they reevaluate themselves, and then they make new goals, right, to be successful. So in the year 2020, you guys, it's so cold. My hands are literally freezing. Let me put on my gloves. How many degrees is it actually? Let me see. It is 38 degrees. Oh my goodness. 38 degrees, and actually it's going to be like 20 degrees very soon. I can't feel my fingers, they're so cold. All right, so it's very important to evaluate yourself. So I've talked about how I succeeded in the year 2022. Let's talk about how I failed in 2022, right? And then this gives me a chance to come up with better goals for the year 2023. That's going to be here in a couple of weeks. Can you imagine? 2022 is almost done. All right, so I have my gloves to keep me warm, and this is actually by Head. I don't know. Head. I've had these gloves for more than, I want to say less than 5 years. Actually, Sensatech. You can touch your iPad, you can touch your phone with it, and it comes with why am I reviewing gloves, and you can click it so you don't lose one of them, so you don't lose the pair, and you just click this way. All right, so you just click it and it stays together, and when it's not winter time, I just hook it up somewhere, and now I have it back on. I think I got this at Costco many years ago. I love it so much, that's why I still have it. And when I want to wash it, I just clip it, wash it, and then it's back to use. This is a medium size Sensatech Head. All right, so I have this on better. Let me turn on my heat because it is cold in here. All right, 80 degrees actually. 90 degrees right now. Okay, good. I'll just do that for maybe 5 minutes because it's going to use up all my heat, all my gas. Okay, so my heat is on. Let me reduce it a little bit. Okay, just to keep me warm for a little bit. Okay, good. I hope you're not hearing it too much in the video. Okay, good. All right, so with how I failed in this year, usually my channel is all about 6 components, right? Physical aspect of living a peaceful life, spiritual aspect, financial, academic, social, and mental aspects of living life. So I wrote a couple of points down here that I'm going to be talking about. And the first one is, how did I fail in the year 2022? And physically, how did I feel in the year 2022? Physically, how did I feel in the year 2022? One of the reasons I cut my hair is to lose weight, right? And if I tell you that I didn't lose anything, you're going to think I'm joking. But that's okay, because guess what we're going to be doing in 23? We're going to be looking at what worked and what didn't work, right? This is the reason why self-evaluating yourself is very, very important. So I cut my hair. I made the excuse that my hair was an hindrance to my weight loss, right? So that was my goal in 2021. I was like, 2021, I need to, I'm going to lose weight for 2022. I'm going to do it, yes. But my hair is, is a hindrance. So my goal for 2022 was, all right, I'm going to cut my hair and then I'm going to, do what I need to do to lose weight. So fine, 2022 came. Yes, I cut my hair. And now, guess what's my excuse for not losing weight now? What's my excuse? Zero. Exactly. I have no excuse for not losing weight, right? But what I did do was, my portions were a little bit smaller. I watched what I was eating, even though I was still eating what I wanted, but it wasn't as crazy as, let's say, 2021, right? And I actually can say that from my BMI, for my height, I actually went from being obese to overweight, if that makes sense. I went from the section of being obese with my comparing my height and weight to being overweight, which is good but still bad, right? But at least, there's a little bit of change. And from that, I can say, okay, fine. In 2022, I can only get better. So that's one way that I know that I failed in 2022. If you are going to be successful, you need to be brutally honest with yourself. So I hope this is an inspiration to you as well. Physically, how have you failed? All right. If you know that you have failed, then you can only get better. Does that make sense? Good. So physically, I did not lose a lot of weight. I did lose a couple of pounds to get me from being obese to overweight. Right. So that's it for physical. And then spiritually, how did you fail? I feel like I could have read my Bible more. So spiritually, I think in that level, I did fail in that part. I believe I succeeded a little bit because I took on some leadership role, in my place of worship that we joined in May. So that's actually moving in the right direction, but still I failed in that area of, bettering myself spiritually, getting closer to God, having a closer relationship with God. So I feel like I failed in that segment, in that section, basically. The other section of LinPRinP is financial aspects of living a peaceful life, right? How did I fail in that aspect? Good. I feel like I could have saved more. Yes, I'm the type of person I'm always buying. I feel like I could have saved more. Did I tighten my pockets? Yes, definitely. But I feel like I could have saved more, especially when we have big projects in front of us. So I feel like I could have saved more. And also, in that aspect, there's no amount of money that you can actually save that can take you out of poverty. So at least having the mentality of not spending is is definitely a good thing, right? So I'm definitely more aware of what I spend money on and how I spend money. So I definitely could have saved more in 2022. So that I failed in that area. And guess what? 2023 would just get better, basically. Another area of living a peaceful life is academic-wise. Academically, how did I fail? I gave myself a goal last year that I was going to get certified in my field. And I ended up not taking that test. And I feel like I've talked about it before in one of the videos. And the goal for 2023 is I'm going to get over that fear of taking tests and just get this test over with. All right. So academically, I feel like I could have taken that exam this year. I wasted time. I started reading, I started reviewing stuff, but I feel like I could have taken the first step of actually signing up for the exam, which I'm actually mad about now because you know what? January is going to come now, and then before you know it, it's going to be December 2023 again, and then you'll be like, what have I done with my life? And you are a year older, and you are a year closer to your grave. So this is why these things are very important. Take the initial step. At least the initial step is knowing that there's a problem. Knowing that there's a problem and then working actively to taking care of that problem. So academically, I felt like I could have, I could have taken that test this year. But you know what? Thank God for second chances. Next year is another chance to take this test. All right. Let me look at my list here. The social aspect. I feel like socially I failed in the sense that I'm the type of person that doesn't make friends that way. You know what? We are in and I talked about it in one of the other videos. We are in a world where everybody to is forced to be alone, is forced to be independent, is forced to be a lone tree in a forest, So there's a lot of things happening out there that is so hard to make friends. And I feel like the devil is really, 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 really what's the word? Is really, really what's the English word? Is really capitalizing on the fact that a lot of people are being forced to stay apart. So I feel like I could have made more friends. I have friends. I'm really, 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 I'm a very bad friend. I don't call, I don't check up on people. And that's one thing that I feel like I've failed at. I had a goal of calling people once every month. I'll call and check up on people. Even my brother, the only people I call now really are my parents. I try to call them like every day, every other day. Even when we were close, we weren't even talking. So now it's like every day I'm like talking to them. Maybe they are old, maybe because they're older, I don't know. But I feel like I could have socialized more, and I feel like I'm going to try and do that. All right, so the next one is mentally. Mentally, did not follow habits consistently. That's what I wrote down. You have to have habits, right? You have to have a list of things that you do every day to be successful, basically. And I feel like for me, one of my main problem is I cannot be consistent. Why can't I be consistent? I will start something today, within 3 days I've fallen off the wagon. So that's something that I feel messes me up mentally. And I feel like I need a lot of work in staying consistent with whatever I say I want to do. Staying consistent is actually the best thing that you can do to be successful in life. You have to be consistent. If you are always doing one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off, you will never really achieve your goal. So that's one thing that I realized mentally. I need to follow the habits that I set and be consistent with them, because that is exactly what's going to help you succeed in whatever area that you want to succeed in, right? And lastly, and I think that's it. That's it. There's 6 of them. So the things that I wrote on here that's going to help me be successful next year, 2023. Number 1 is to eat better, live life better, feel better generally, relax more, definitely, because I don't get a lot of sleep. So relax more. Talk to friends, very important. Talk to friends. Staying active, very, very important. My husband just bought this bike. We're gonna test it out. If we like it, fine. If we don't like it, then we'll send him back. But staying active is also very important in helping you mentally. Staying active. Number 7, sleep well. I talked about that already. And number 8 is to find purpose. You have to have something you're chasing. You have to have something that you're doing every day, something to look forward to. So definitely find purpose. And lastly, get help. If you need help, seek help. Get help. Don't say, I can do it by myself. And then you get overwhelmed, and then you get tired, and then you don't want to do anything. So definitely ask for help. There are some things that I know that I can do, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, husband, I need your help on this. Do help me. And when someone helps you out, they feel better that they are helping, right? And then you get a little bit of rest so that you can stay healthy mentally. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope this has been informative. I hope this has been valuable. And like I always say, these videos are really, really, really 100% for me, but if it helps you as well, then you know what? Why not? Thank you so much for watching up until this time. And like I always say, we are on this earth for an average of 75 to 80 years. Let's use this time that we have, doing things positively, doing all things positive. And let's love our neighbors as ourselves. And remember to rest in peace. We all need to be living in peace. You see me in my next one. You see me in my next one. See me in my next one. You see me in my next one. Stay blessed. Bye.